Lock it in. Tier list time. OB15. Cheap smells. I don't know why. So yeah, this will be on Smite Source after we finish it. Standard stuff, same practice. S tier, top pick, top ban. A tier, always good regardless of any matchups. B tier, good but has bad matchups. C tier, hyper situational or just something you probably shouldn't play but can. D tier's bad but not trolling. F tier's dog shit, don't play it. Right? Easy peasy. Achilles, B tier. Agni going crazy. I'm putting Agni in A tier. I've seen that cooldown, see what Mosswall's doing. I've actually played with and against it like 5 times now. It's pretty solid. Aladdin is still very good. I guess I'll put him up in S because I feel like in lower end games he probably just power farms everybody that can't beat the ult. Amaterasu, I'd say lower tier, PvE god. On her, solid pick is ADC. I haven't seen enough Anubis here to put him in C. I'm gonna leave him in B. We already know he can be countered and stomped off pressure if he doesn't have the pressure. He probably is C tier since the items are not very good in the game, but I'm gonna be in between for now. Aphrodite's playing a lot better because she got buffed the amount of protections and something else she gives off her 1. Her healing still sucks. It's even worse than it was before. The new items that were supposed to be meant for her are not good, but Striders, Rigo Striders are great and like a best first item for her. So she's pretty good. Apollo, really good. Remember, I have aspects as well, so we'll do aspects after. Agni, not Agni. Not aspect either. Ares, A tier, solid pick. Actually, borderline should probably be banned. I think he's much better than Sobek now. I'll probably put Ares in S tier. I think Ares is the best support right now. Artemis, still B tier, easy to be run at. Athena. I think Athena is kind of slept on, but I don't think she's good, and she definitely has counter matchups like Ares. There's a lot of gods that counter her, so she'll have a rough time in some matchups. Support mainly, maybe jungle, but jungle I'd say down here in like CD tier. Her clear is too slow. Awelix really doing super mid right now. I'd say situational. You'd probably play into a lot of leaps when you aren't gonna have anyone pressuring you. So if they pick a weaker jungle with low pressure lanes. Bacchus is doing a lot better in this patch. I don't know if I'd put him in A tier quite yet, but he is doing really, really good from what I've seen in this patch, especially at a solo. Baron, A tier. That's a lie. This is regular Baron. Regular Baron, D tier. You're not trolling, but it's not good. Keep forgetting these are not aspects. Regular Bacchus, also C tier. Bellona. Regular Bellona, I'd probably put in like a C tier. You're probably going aspect. Kabrakan doing really well right now. Wouldn't ban it. Could ban it. Could ban it. Could ban it. Support and solo, he's really good. Like really, really good. I'm in between. I would if someone argued S, I'd agree with them. Serb, mid tier. He does have anti-heal though, so some value there. We'll put him in B. Cern doing slightly better with Vital Amp, but not enough to be played. Chalk killing the game as normal, full damage OP. Cupid's doing just as good as he has been. Danzaburo. Danza got a big buff with the extra damage to his ult, and then nothing came of it because he's more mid jungle. And people are just split pushing with him, so that kind of messes with him as well. I'm going to put him in B. Fenrir, I'd put in C tier, more situational. They pick gods that don't have ways to get out of your 3. They're not going to go beads for some reason. They don't have CC breaks for your ult, whatever it may be. Ganesh support, I think, is really solid still. I'd go A tier. I think Ganesh support is always good, except for Ares Ares beats it. Ares beats everything. And even then, you can have a decent matchup early if you're playing it right. Geb, you just need a defensive support, so it's very situational. Guan is good support. Wouldn't play it anywhere else. Hades kind of fell off, but still a good solo. Hecate needs to be played right in the mid. Shouldn't be played with anywhere else, but it needs to be played right, and most people just don't play it right. I kind of want to put her in C tier because of that. Hercules is going crazy. Jungle and jungle and solo. Support's kind of like like probably a C or B tier support. Hou-Yi is cracked. I'm in between. I'm not super afraid of Hou-Yi, but I respect banning it. We can go A. I'm fine with A. I see it banned like at 1 every 3 games. Mulan, even with Striders and everything, it's still same old Mulan. Bad late game. Hunbat still doing very good. One of the best jungle team fight gods. Izanami situational because all you have is pressure. So better lower rank you are, worse higher ranked you are in my opinion. Jingwei situational if they're not going to go spectral. If they are, it's going to make it harder because you're going to guaranteed have to go a crit build. You're also not like you're the safest hunter, but I don't think it's worth losing the pressure that you get from a lot of other hunters. Kali, I'd say Aspect Kali's fallen off a bit. I think Aspect Kali would be B, but this is regular Kali, not Aspect. I put regular Kali still at A. I think the auto attack build's still very strong. Khepri, C tier, situational, low pressure, reset ult, a lot of executes in the game, hard to get away with. Kukulkan, I think, is very, very good, but the struggle is the lack of CC immunity, so I'm going to put him in B. Loki in B, it's same old Loki. Medusa in B, same problem. bad mobility, can be blocked. Mercury, best farming jungler in the game. Probably a top like 5-6 jungler, like 4, 5, 6. Merlin, really good in mid. Hyper pressure, you don't play aspect anymore. Mordred, I have not seen a good Mordred yet. I don't know if I'm missing something, but I have not seen a good Mordred yet. Not saying it's bad, just saying it's not stomping lanes, and it's got to have some pretty rough matchups with the current items and gods being played. Neath, A tier, mid lane, full ability, int build, goes crazy. I'd say that's pretty much the only place you should play Neath right now. Nemesis is cracked. Really, really good jungle. Very good solo. Play around cooldown. Do not go auto attack build. Nua. Honestly, I feel like Aspect Nua's dog. Or wait, I guess it's regular Nua. Regular Nua's probably D tier. Nah, that's a lie. Regular Nua's F tier. There's no reason to play regular Nua. There's no reason at all. I'll take on Mulan. Brother, Mulan has not changed. Mulan is a mid-game spiking god that gradually falls off until late game. You don't do enough. It's the way of Mulan. It's always been the same. Whenever they decide to reduce Mulan's charging or channeling abilities to a lower time, we might see a different version of Mulan. But until then, we're not going to. I'll take because she's D tier. Yeah, I mean, I could say moving down to C tier. I'll be fine with that. Odin, I don't like Odin, bro. I think the one thing right now is that Odin has 100% anti-heal in his ult, and everyone's playing some form of a healer. So that makes you want to put him in B. The problem is, where do you play him? He's a horrible jungler. If you play it in jungle, you're asking to be carried. If you play it in support, you're probably not going to have control of the fights. And if you play it in solo, you're probably losing lane. The thing is, you play a jungle, you have to go basically full defense. So you are not killing people unless you snowball early. If you're in an even game, you're kind of worthless. You're just an ult bot. And then you're really relying on a team in a fucking Smite rank game. I'm okay with B tier because of his anti-heal, but I'm questioning C tier, to be honest. Pele should be banned every game. Pele is the easiest S tier god in the game. Simple god. Both versions of a Pele are top tier. Jungle, solo. You can even play that shit in mid if you're good enough, if you know what you're doing. Poseidon I'd put in C tier. Low pressure against all the good mid laners. Easy to dive, no CC immunity, low mobility. Bari's still cracked. I don't know if I'm banning Bari right now, but borderline banning. I'd like her on my team every game if she gets through. Ra is a solid god with his auto attack builds. Same Ra problems though. Low mobility god that can be dove. In a Smite 2 is a heavy dive game. Like there's so much dive all the time. Rama is terrible, no reason to play him. Scylla is solid. I think Scylla's still really good. I think Scylla's kind of being slept on non-aspect. Seen a lot of aspects Scylla though. Sobek's still good, but falling down a bit below the Ares. Soul is bugged right now, so she's cracked. I'll probably put her in B tier with the new items with Vital Amp and auto attack builds. Definitely viable, but we don't know how much because she's bugged. Wukong I put in A tier. I think Wukong is good. I think he's a better solo than anywhere else. He can be played in mid. I think regular Wukong and aspect Wukong are kind of equal. It's just which one do you want to play. And then strength versus int. I think strength is better, but I've seen a lot of int do well as well. I think he's just safe. The fact that he's just safe, and he's very annoying with having double cleanse. What's bugged about Soul? The 2 is proccing in-hand items. You think Bari's S tier? Be a good argument. I could see the argument. Susano, same jungler. Only downside is lack of CC immunity. Everything else, he's beast. One of the highest damage output junglers in the game. Thanatos for me is B tier right now. A lot of Thanatos players want to go full lifesteal with all lifesteal items, think it's to be great. It's really not that great because you need the cooldown and you need to make sure you get regular items online for damage. You're going to need to get the Heartseeker online. You're going to need the cooldown online. You're going to need Hydra's procs online. And the fact that you have really bad mobility against all the mobility in the game is why there. You said Bari maybe A+. That's probably, if I had an A+, that's probably where I put Bari. Morrigan, nobody plays her right. And even the ones that do, if they're not perfectly playing off of the ultimate, she's just not good. And even if they are, you're talking about like a B, A tier god. Thor, I think, is solid, just struggling out of the different roles. Jungle, he doesn't farm fast enough. And solo, he has a lot of bad matchups. Ul, I think Ul is still the same god. I don't understand why I haven't seen much Ul. Ul has not been banned, I think, in a single game for me, maybe once. And it's very rarely picked. The damage output is the exact same. I don't know if people are building wrong. You swap Serrated for Devos. It's the same god. You're one-shotting squishies once you get 4 items online. I'm putting Ul in S tier. I think we're sleeping on Ul right now. That's mainly jungle mid for me. I don't like Ul in ADC. I never did. Vulcan, highest damage output mage. Super unsafe. B tier. Yamoja, your good Yamoja players are cracked and control the game, and I love it. They're just rare. A tier. Ymir, D tier. No reason to play it. There's 9 ways to get through Ymir walls, and Ymir sucks outside of being able to lock people in late game. Zeus, just squishy. Squishy and no mobility. Same shit, different day. Vulcan Jr. over there with a little bit less damage. Odin is the most valued god in comp right now. Forces people to... Yeah, comp is not the same as ranked. In comp, jungles can go full defense because everyone's gonna hit the same target. There's no soloing people. There's no 2v2ing. There's no carrying. In ranked, you can't run something like that unless your team is stacked and you have your team, like, you know, like if I'm jungling and I have Paul and I have like a competitive ADC and a competitive fucking support, then yeah, in Odin's top pick, I'm gonna play it. But if I'm going to a game where I'm expecting, like, I know I'm the best player in the lobby, I'm not playing Odin. Morgan triple S, yeah, too bad there's like 3 human beings that play Morgan at a decent level. Morgan a bit low? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. I think good players on Morgan are solid, really strong. I think the more we've gone into the year or this season, whatever, she's gotten slightly worse in my opinion. And I just think there's no value having her over most other gods in rankings. Plus most people play it wrong. So that's non-aspects. Now we got to do aspects. Aspect Achilles, still B tier. Put him next to him. Aspect Agni, I think it's equal. I think it's pretty much the same. I'm not sure if people have found the build that they're consistent with, but I still like it a lot. I think it's also something people just are playing wrong most of the time. Ama, still a PvE god, but viable. Wouldn't recommend it. Very situational if you're just trying to PvE. Aspect Honor, I'd put probably the same. Actually, nah, I put Aspect Honor in B tier. I'm fine with that. Aspect Apollo, I think is solid. It just don't have a consistent place to play him, because if you play him in solo, you lack frontline. If you play him in jungle, you have to be really aggressive, and if it's a farm game, you're gonna lose, and then you can't play it in ADC. Aspect Ares, a little bit lower, probably put it in B tier because you should just be playing non-aspect. Aspect Art, no different than regular Artemis. You lack CC. Actually, it's a lie. I'm gonna move it down. It doesn't do enough damage off the 1 to give up the cripple, so I'm gonna put that in C tier, maybe even D tier, bro. Fuck that. D tier. I think Aspect Athena is dog water. Don't play it ever. There's no world that dropping the shield plus damage and movement speed is ever worth someone taking a bonus damage that you can't guarantee anyone's gonna hit. Now I will say, I kind of want to try to get a one-shot Mercury hit on somebody that's being Athena ulted by the Aspect at some point in my life. We'll have to try to plan that out in a custom or something. Aspect Bacchus is going crazy since the changes. Light healing items, really good on him. He's kind of cracked. Plus, I think they double buffed him. I think they buffed him in the not the patch that just came out, the patch before, and then the one before that. Aspect Baron is cracked. Wouldn't ban it. Would want it on my team. Mid 99% of the time, maybe not 90, 70% of the time. Support, I honestly think it's pretty good too. It's just harder to get away with. And then I've even run in the jungle. Jungle would be like B tier or C tier situational, but it's fun. Bellona Aspect, jungle, good. Solo, good. They added items that are good. Vital Lamp, just brought it back. Serb, Aspect, I don't like Aspect. I really don't. I put it B tier. I think having the ultimate in all the roles and throwing people is just so much better than having the breath last forever. Aspect Cern's really hard to play, very situational. Chalk, damage, cracked. Would play it every game in solo. Wouldn't play, maybe jungle B tier, solo A tier. Aspect Cupid's fallen off. No one's playing it. Danzaburo Aspect being played a lot because split pushing A tier. Fenrir. Someone said that there's a solo lane build being cooked up for Fenrir Aspect. I haven't seen it. So this is based on not seeing that. Crystal Matt, never. Unless they do some crazy shit. Hammer, thank you for the 19. What's wrong? Oh, Hoyi's 2 being outranged. Yeah. Aspect Ganesh. For me, I would put Aspect Ganesh in A tier. For everyone else I've ever seen run damage Aspect Ganesh, I'd put like honestly B or C tier. I'm gonna say C tier. Nobody does it. Nobody combos ever. It's so ass. Aspect Geb, not worth playing. Aspect Guan's fine. Similar to regular Guan. Aspect Akate, don't play it. Aspect Hercules, don't play it. Aspect Hoyi, I have not seen enough of. I thought it would be good based on the one time I played it on PTS, but it was bugged and you couldn't crit on white autos. So I genuinely don't know how good Aspect Hoyi is. I have no clue. I feel like it should be good, but you lose your stun going Aspect Hoyi, which I also think is really bad. Crits do work. I believe it. I'll put it in B for now. It might be A tier. It genuinely might just be straight A tier. Hunbat's Aspect, I think is still really good, but I'd probably rather have non-aspect now and just play for the raw damage off of Devos. Kali Aspect, like I said, has fallen off. I'm putting it in B tier. Kepri Aspect. You play Kepri Aspect over regular Kepri. Where did I put regular Kepri? Because I got to swap these probably. Yeah, I put regular Khepri or aspect Khepri here and regular Khepri down in F tier. There's no reason to play it. Aspect Loki would be lower than F tier if I could place it. Aspect Merlin is still playable, but I'd honestly rather have regular Merlin now with what people have been doing. Mordred aspect is worse than regular Mordred apparently because you lose flat pen and protections. So there's no reason to run it. Neath B tier for auto attack build, maybe even C tier for auto attack build. You might as well just play it mage mid. Aspect Nem solo I think is good and slept on. I'll put it in B. Aspect Nuwa B tier, not great, but if you suck, you just sit in mid and ult. Same shit, different day. Pele A tier. Actually, it's going up there. You want to ban it? Like it needs to be banned every game. Aspect Poseidon is ass. Don't play it. Aspect Raw is playable, but I don't know where you would play it. Because you play around your 2 for damage anyway, so you can kind of get away with doing weird shit in mid, but I wouldn't recommend it in mid. And then I don't think you're playing raw support or solo right now. So I'll just say situational. Rama, don't play it. Scylla aspect, cracked support. I love it. A tier. Sobek aspect, kind of trolling, but not complete dog shit if you're playing for fun. Soul aspect, playable, but not that great. Sun Wukong aspect, I think is right with Sun Wukong. I have an A tier, right? Where's Wukong? There he is. Same as this. This, in my opinion, aspect. Why can't I can't put it here? That's annoying. Wait, that's so troll. Okay, whatever. Can I put it here? Can I put it here? There we go. I think aspect is preference right now. I think if you're capable of playing around being locked into your 3, aspect is better. But if you're not, you just play non and you're not losing out on too much. Thanatos, same as regular Thanatos. Very situational in terms of your matchups, but playable god most of the time. The Morgan aspect, I would definitely put the Morgan aspect way higher than regular Morgan. I'll put it in B tier. Thor aspect I think is good, just has bad matchups in solo right now because of how good Chalk, Pele, fucking Kabrak and everybody else is. Vulcan aspect is ash. You're not trolling, but it's ass. Umoja aspect I think is also ass, but you might be able to find some way to play it out of mid. For me, I have B tier as like good. You can play it whenever, but you're gonna have bad matchups. Where A tier, I have them as good, and you don't have to really worry about your matchups. Still a support build on Smite Source. I could have sworn we added it, but if not, I can put one up. It's basically just mana cooldown. Chronos Pendant or something as an extra cooldown item. 23 Reaper stacks earlier running as Hoi aspect jungle. Sheesh. I don't hate Achilles. He's just not that good. He's not bad. He's just not that good. And I mean, if we based it off of your Elo Hell performances, I'd probably put it in D tier because you die 8 times in lane every game. To non-solo winners. Dark not S tier. I don't think you're banning Hercules ever right now. Add plus or minus for the new tiers. What do you mean? You mean like A plus and shit to split it up more? I feel like doing more tiers just gets confusing, but as we get closer to 100 gods, I think that has more value.